Hello everyone. Today we are going to start next topic of this chapter that is sexual reproduction. So let us start. What is the meaning of sexual reproduction? Students, if two parents are involved in the production of new offspring, then it is called as sexual reproduction. And offspring which is produced after sexual reproduction have some variations. Variations are base of evolution. So sexual reproduction is very important for evolution or evolutionary processes or development of a new species. So higher plants and higher animals have this property of sexual reproduction. In this chapter, this is the main topic, sexual reproduction, in which we will discuss about different types of reproduction and events related to sexual reproduction. You can see, like, sexual reproduction is divided into pre-fertilization, syngamy or fertilization, and post-fertilization. These are events. That means all events of sexual reproduction are divided into three types or three categories. Pre-fertilization events, these are pre-fertilization events. Includes gametogenesis and gamete transfer. That means before fertilization, what happen in plant? Gametes are formed and gametes are transferred. Plants and animals, we can say that gametes are developed before fertilization. So these are included in pre-fertilization events. Okay, and next, fertilization or fertilization events. Like in animals, internal fertilization and external fertilization. Two types of fertilization are observed. In some animals, external fertilization is present, for example, amphibians, frog, salamander, etc. And then in most of animals, internal fertilization takes place, like as mammals, like as reptiles, birds. So this is the middle point related to this event. And post fertilization events. Third is post fertilization events. That means after fertilization, some plants or animals have some specific features, some specific changes in their body. For example, in angiospermic plants, in flowering plants, embryo is developed after fertilization from zygote, seed is developed from ovule, and fruit is developed from ovary. So these are some post fertilization events. In mammals, embryo is developed from zygote. So embryogenesis is post fertilization events. Clear? Okay. Next, related to definition or some features of sexual reproduction. If two parents are involved in fertilization, then it is called as sexual reproduction. That means male and female members both are involved, then it is called as sexual reproduction. Second one is gamete formation and fertilization take place during sexual reproduction. What is the meaning of gamete formation? That means gametogenesis. Gametogenesis. Gametogenesis and fertilization processes take place during sexual reproduction. So it is a slow process, it is a complex process, it is a lengthy process. Clear? And gametes are developed in male and female reproductive organs separately or in same individual. Like in earthworm, male and female reproductive organs are present on same body, and in mammals, male and female are separated from each other, and these are they show sexual dimorphism. That means they can identify it separately. Clear? So some organisms are bisexual, some organisms are unisexual, and they produce male and female gametes. And again we can say that gametes are fused. The process of fusion of gametes is known as fertilization. So it is the basic character related to sexual reproduction, fertilization, which is not present or which is not involved in asexual reproduction. Then mitotic cell division occurs during asexual reproduction, and meiotic cell division takes place in sexual reproduction. Meiotic and mitotic cell division, mitotic cell division in which one cell divides into two cells, and all daughter cells or all two daughter cells have equal number of chromosome. That means 46 number of chromosome in human beings, and if cell divides by mitotic cell division, then two cells are developed and they have 46 number of chromosome. But in meiosis, the number of chromosome becomes half, because one cell divides into two cells, and after meiosis first, it is meiosis first, and then meiosis second, four cells are formed. Four cells are formed, and each cell have half number of chromosome. Like for example, spermatogenesis. We will discuss spermatogenesis in third chapter. In spermatogenesis, four sperms are developed from single primary spermatocyte cell. So you can see meiosis first and meiosis second. These are present or these are involved during gamete formation during sexual reproduction. These are not present in asexual reproduction. So number in gametes, normally the number becomes half. From diploid cell to haploid cell is formed. So gametes are haploid. Gametes are haploid. But most of plants have diploid body. Like in mammals, our body cell, all body cells are diploid. They have diploid number of chromosome. Like in human, 46 number of chromosome. In pea plant, 14 number of chromosome is diploid number. In Drosophila or fruit fly, 8 number of chromosomes are present. So these are diploid number, and their half number is known as haploid number of chromosome. So during sexual reproduction, number of chromosomes becomes half if main body is diploid. Clear? But if main body is haploid, like in algae, in fungus, then meiosis cell division does not occur, because they have haploid body already. So after meiosis, the number of chromosome becomes 1/4. So that's why they have only mitotic cell division during their gamete formation. These are some exceptions, but most of plants and animals have diploid main body, and they show meiotic cell division during their gamete formation. Clear, students? Okay. Next, the variation occurs in offspring, or we can say that variations are involved in offspring which is produced after sexual reproduction. Remember one point, in asexual reproduction, we were discuss about the point asexual reproduction, in which offspring is genetically and morphologically similar to its parent. It is known as clone. But in sexual reproduction, offspring is not genetically and morphologically or physically similar to its parents. It have some variations, it have some changes, because both parents are involved, male and female. Their gametes, their DNA or their genetic materials are involved in zygote. That's why zygote convert into embryo, and embryo have some variations. So variable characters or variations are involved in offspring, always in sexual reproduction. But during asexual reproduction, clone are developed. Clear? And clones are not formed in sexual reproduction. So these are some basic features of sexual reproduction. Two parents are involved in sexual reproduction, fertilization take place, gamete formation take place, and whole process is very slow. It is a slow process, it is a complex process, it is a lengthy process, because gametes are formed, then fused, then zygote is developed. But asexual reproduction was a fast process. In variations, offsprings are involved in, offsprings have some variations in sexual reproduction. Clear, students? Next, Again, some basic characters related to sexual reproduction, like in this mode of reproduction, new offspring is produced by the involvement or participation of two parents. So, it is a basic definition of sexual reproduction. Clear? And in this type of reproduction, we can say that most of multicellular organisms, including birds, mammals, reptiles, including we can say that human being is also a mammal. So, all angiosperms, like as flowering plants, gymnosperms, they show sexual reproduction. These are multicellular organisms, and small unicellular organisms have the property of asexual reproduction. Clear? So, in this type of reproduction, we can say that I was explaining it: pre-fertilization event, fertilization event, and post-fertilization events. These are 3 points. Clear? Pre-fertilization event, fertilization event, and post-fertilization events. And then advantage of sexual reproduction. You know, students, sexual reproduction is important for the development of variations or development of some different properties in new individual, new offspring. And it is very important for evolution process, because variations are base of evolution, you know, and without variations evolution is not possible, and new species are developed by the process of evolution. So sexual reproduction is basically very important as evolutionary point of view, or evolutionary advancement in a species. Next is the main event related to sexual reproduction. First point is pre-fertilization events. You know, gametogenesis and gamete transfers. 2 points are related to pre-fertilization event. Which points? Gametogenesis and gamete transfer. So, first point we are discussing gametogenesis. It is made up of 2 words, gametes and genesis. Genesis means production. So, production of gametes, formation of gametes. Which gametes? Male and female gametes, in separate body or in same body, in male and female reproductive organs, not in somatic cell. You know, only germ cells of reproductive organs produce gametes. Clear? Like in human being, sperms are produced in testes, and ovum or eggs are produced in ovary. So the process of spermatogenesis and the process of oogenesis are involved in gametogenesis in human being. Like other animals and plants, we can say that in flowering plants, sexual reproduction also involved very majority in plants, we can say that. And the process of formation of pollen grains or 2 male gametes in anther is known as microsporogenesis, and the process of formation of megaspore or embryo sac in ovary of carpel is known as megasporogenesis. So related to gametogenesis, these are some basic points. And on the basis of gamete formation, we can say that some organisms are homogametic, or their gametes are similar. Both the gametes are similar morphologically and structurally, we can say that similar. If two gametes, then this condition is known as homogametes. Homo means similar and hetero means different. So one example like as Cladophora, Chlamydomonas, both gametes are similar in structure. Both the gametes are similar in structure. in their morphology and in their structure. So these two gametes are similar or almost similar in morphology, or they are known as homogamete. Example, Cladophora or Chlamydomonas. Cladophora and Chlamydomonas, in which both gametes are similar in structure. Remember this point, both gametes are similar in their morphological structure in Cladophora and Chlamydomonas algae. So they produce homogametes. Clear? Fusing gametes are similar in their structure, but most of animals and plants produces different types of gametes, different structure having gametes. For example, in human, sperm and ovum both are different in their structure. In Fucus fungus, the sperm and ovum egg cell are different, and in most of plants and animals, like in Chara, green algae Chara, and other plants, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, angiosperms, they have heterogametes. That means their gametes are different in structure. So we take one example. We take an example like in human being, it is egg cell. We'll discuss human egg in third chapter, human reproduction. It is egg or ovum in which two layers are present. Outer layer is known as corona radiata and inner layer is known as zona pellucida. So it has a different structure from sperm, and in sperm this is head, it is middle piece, and it is tail. That means a different structure. So sperm and ovum both have different structure. Sperm is elongated and it contains tail and it is motile, and ovum is rounded, non-motile, tailless gamete. So both are different in their structure, and these are heterogametes. Clear? And another example, like in fucus, both the gametes are different, like in female gamete and male gamete, both are different in their structure. So these are some examples related to homogametes and heterogametes. In this point, we are discussing about gametogenesis. That means the process of formation of male and female gametes by the process of by the division of meiosis in most of plants and animals is known as gametogenesis. But in some haploid body having animals and plants, mitotic cell division occurs during gametogenesis. Like as example, algae, fungus, they show mitotic cell division during this process. And this is another point, heterogametes. Homogametes are also known as isogametes. Iso means also similar, and heterogametes is also known as anisogametes. Clear? Okay. Dissimilar gametes like male gametes anthrozoite or in human sperm, and female gametes like egg or ovum are developed on an organism body or male and female reproductive organs. So these are heterogametic organisms, and these Cladophora and Chlamydomonas are homogametic organisms. These examples are very important. Clear? Okay. Next point is sexuality in organisms. Dear students, what is this? What is the meaning of this point? Sexuality of organisms. That means bisexual organisms and unisexual organisms, homothallic organisms, heterothallic organisms, monoecious, dioecious, different terminology is used in this point. Sexuality in organisms. First, we will discuss about bisexual term. That means homothallic or monoecious. If both male and female reproductive structures are present on same organism body, then it is called as a homothelic in thallophytes, like in algae, bryophytes, and especially fungus in which thallus like body is present. These are thallophytes and these are known as homothelic. If male and female both type of reproductive organs are present on same thallus, and heterothelic means if male and female reproductive organs are present on same, not different thallus or different individual body. So this is known as a heterothelic. Clear, students? And another definition related to this point is bisexual word is used. Bisexual means, bi means two. If two sexual organs are present, both type of sexual organs are present on same individual body, then it is called as a bisexual. What is the meaning of bisexual? If two sexual bodies or two sexual reproductive organs are present on same body, then it is called as bisexual point. And if we get some examples like as higher plants, cucurbita, that means cucumber, Cucurbitaceae family, coconut, and other different animals and plants are bisexual, uh, or some bisexual animals like earthworm. Earthworm is bisexual animal in which male and female both type of gametes are developed in same organism. Tapeworm. Tapeworm is other example. Sponges, hydra, they have male and female both type of reproductive organs in same individual body. But most of plants and animals are unisexual. Remember this point, unisexual. That means they have only one type of reproductive organs, or they produce only single type of gametes in individual body. Clear? And male and female members are separated from each other, and male and female reproductive organs are separated from each other. Like we'll discuss next point. Again, gametogenesis is a biological process in which diploid or haploid cell undergoes cell division and differentiate from mature haploid gametes, or haploid gametes are normally developed. Like in plants, gametes are developed through gametophyte generation. These are diagram related to homogametes, heterogametes, like homogametes. These are homogametes. These diagram included in your NCERT book. So this is important point. Homogametes, yani that means both the gametes are similar in their structure, like Cladophora, Chlamydomonas. In fucus, these are heterogametes. Heterogametes. That means male and female both reproductive structures or both reproductive gametes are different in their structure. Like fucus. This is diagram of fucus. Male and female gametes are developed, and it is example of these are gametes of human beings. Like it is ovum in which haploid nucleus is present, and it is these are sperms. So these are heterogametes. Clear, students? Next, heterogamete and homogamete definition. Gametes may be homogametes or isogametes, that means similar, or heterogametes may be they are dissimilar or they are different from their morphological structure. And in heterogametes, the male gamete is called as anthrozoids. Anthrozoids. Like in Chara algae, anthrozoids are developed. Chara ग्रीन एल्गी जो पानी जब स्टे करता है कहीं पे भी, तो उसकी सरफेस पे, उसकी बाउंड्री पे आप देखते हैं ग्रीन कलर की जो काई कारा जम जाती है, उसको हम देखते हैं कि वो खराब लगती है हमें. दैट इज स्ट्रक्चर रिलेटेड टू कारा. कारा मीन्स काई. सो ग्रीन कलर जो डेवलप हो जाता है चारों तरफ पानी स्टे करने पे, वो है कारा। कारा प्लांट में क्या होता है, मेल एंथ्रोजोइड्स, एंथ्रोजोइड स्ट्रक्चर है, मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव गैमेट्स हैं, एंथ्रोजोइड्स बनते हैं उसमें, एंथ्रीडियोफोर, और जो एग है वो बनते हैं oogonia में। तो एंथ्रीडियम में बनते हैं एंथ्रोजोइड्स। एंथ्रीडियम इज अ मेल reproductive organs of some plants like in Kara. Remember this point, male reproductive organ of Kara is anthrozoid, or sorry, anthridium, anthridium, in which anthrozoids are formed, and their female reproductive organ is oogonium. In Kara, it is known as oogonium, in which egg or ovum or egg cell are developed. Egg cells are formed. So these are male and female reproductive organs in some algae members like Kara. And basically in human being, sperm and ovum are developed. So these are some examples and some definitions related to this point. First, homothelic. In some organisms, there is no morphologically and no physiologically changes or differences in gametes, and these gametes are developed on same parental body. This point is important. If same parental body produces both type of gametes, then this condition is known as homothelic. Like I explained it on thallophytes, algae thallophytes, thallus like body is present, and both type of gametes are developed on same body, then these are called as homothelic. Like student, Kara is homothelic. And heterothelic Markensia. Some bryophytes like as Markensia plant are separate, male and female plant are separate from each other, and they produce separately gametes. Clear? So these are known as heterothelic. When gametes are morphologically different from each other, or they are developed on different body. These are morphologically different and they are developed on different parents, different parental body, then these are called as heterothelic and organisms. For example, Markensia का भी मैं आपको डायग्राम एक्सप्लेन करूंगी. और दिस इज एग्जाम्पल लाइक एज म्यूकर, कारा, म्यूकिडो, म्यूकर, कारा. Clear? And Markensia rhizopus, it is a fungus. These are heterothelic. Then next definition, hermaphrodite, bisexual. Hermaphrodite or bisexual animals like plants like flowering plants. Flowering plants have both male and female sex organ in same flower. Then this type of flower is known as bisexual flower, and these plants are known as hermaphrodite or bisexual, like sweet potato and mustard, salvia, China rose. These are some other examples in which bisexual flower is present. Bisexual flower is present, like as anther and in flower, anther and stamen and carpel both are present. This is stamen and this is carpel. So if stamen and carpel both are present, then what is the name of this type of flower? It is stamen, in which male gametes are developed, and this is carpel, in which female gametes are developed. So if male and female both type of reproductive organs are present in same flower, then it is called as bisexual flower, like as most of plants and flowering plants, for example mustard, China rose, another example like salvia, in which insect pollination takes place. It is most important example for insect pollination. So salvia, these are bisexual plants, or bisexual, they have bisexual flower. And dioecious, in some, these are also known as monoecious plant. And dioecious condition and monoecious condition also we can define when both male and female flowers are present on the same plant body. देखो बाइसेक्सुअल फ्लावर और यूनिसेक्सुअल फ्लावर, पहले तो इसमें क्लियर करो. बाइसेक्सुअल फ्लावर जिसमें मेल और फीमेल बोथ रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं सेम फ्लावर में, और यूनिसेक्सुअल फ्लावर जिसमें पिस्टिलेट फ्लावर यानी पिस्टिल या कार्पल कंटेनिंग फ्लावर अलग होगा फीमेल फ्लावर, एंड स्टेमिनेट फ्लावर अलग होगा, दैट मीन्स जिसमें स्टेमन होगा ओनली, जिसमें मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन होगा वो मेल फ्लावर होगा. तो दीज आर यूनिसेक्सुअल फ्लावर. अब ये यूनिसेक्सुअल फ्लावर अगर अलग अलग प्रेजेंट है, दोनों अलग अलग सेपरेट बॉडी पे, मेल प्लांट अलग है फीमेल प्लांट अलग है, तो ये कंडीशन क्या कहलाएगी? ये कहलाएगी dioecious. If male flower and different flower, female flower are developed on different plant body, then this condition is known as dioecious. Clear? And if male and female flowers both are separate but present on same plant body, this condition is known as monoecious condition. Give one example fast. Dioecious and monoecious. Dioecious means different plant body पे मेल एंड फीमेल फ्लावर प्रेजेंट है. पपाया खाया आपने, डेट पाम खाया है, खजूर, पपीता, ये सब के प्लांट देखिए आप. ठीक है, मेल प्लांट अलग होगा, फीमेल प्लांट अलग होगा. फीमेल प्लांट पे ही फ्रूट लगते हैं, क्योंकि फीमेल फ्लावर किस पे प्रेजेंट है? फीमेल प्लांट पे. किस में? कुछ प्लांट्स में, जैसे पपीते में, पपाया एंड डेट पाम. दीज आर बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल रिलेटेड टू दिस पॉइंट, डायोसियस. ठीक है, इसमें एक प्लांट पे दोनों फीमेल और मेल फ्लावर प्रेजेंट नहीं होते. एंड मोनोसियस कंडीशन में क्या है? एक ही प्लांट पे यूनिसेक्सुअल फ्लावर्स प्रेजेंट हैं और दोनों एक ही प्लांट पे प्रेजेंट हैं. अगर हैं सेपरेट लेकिन प्रेजेंट एक ही प्लांट पे है, तो उसको बोलेंगे मोनोसियस कंडीशन और मोनोसियस प्लांट. दैट मीन्स एग्जाम्पल, मेज़ खाया आपने, मक्का, जिसमें हम कॉर्न जो खाते हैं, भुट्टा जो खाते हैं सर्दियों में बारिश के मौसम में, तो उस बारिश के मौसम में जो भुट्टा खाया जाता है, आप बता सकते हैं वो क्या होता है? इट इज़ फीमेल फ्लावर. उस फीमेल फ्लावर से ही बना है वो कॉर्न, वो मेल फ्लावर से नहीं बना. वो पॉलिनेशन में काम आते हैं बस मेल फ्लावर. तो कभी भी मेज़ में जब आप देखेंगे तो उसमें मेल फ्लावर लगा हुआ रहेगा और बहुत सारे फीमेल फ्लावर्स लगे हुए रहेंगे. आफ्टर पॉलिनेशन फीमेल फ्लावर कन्वर्ट्स इनटू कॉर्न. ओके, एंड जो कुकुम्बर है, खीरा, जो बहुत सारे अपनी वेजिटेबल्स ऐसी होती हैं जिनमें आप बेल जो लगी हुई होती है घर के आसपास, जब हम उन पे देखते हैं तो मेल फ्लावर और फीमेल फ्लावर दोनों लगे हुए होते हैं ना, वो यूनिसेक्सुअल नहीं बोल सकते उनको, हम क्या कहेंगे? मोनोसियस. वो मोनोसियस हैं, उनमें मेल फ्लावर भी उसी पर प्लांट पे प्रेजेंट है, फीमेल फ्लावर भी उसी प्लांट पे प्रेजेंट है. क्लियर? तो दो एग्जांपल ले लेते हैं, मेज याद रख लेना एंड कुकुम्बर याद रख लेना. दोनों में अब आप जो वेजिटेबल्स हम जो खा रहे हैं, वो वेजिटेबल एक्चुअल में फीमेल फ्लावर की ओवरी से डेवलप होता है. मेल फ्लावर तो पॉलिनेशन में हेल्प कर रहा है सिर्फ. अगर उस प्लांट के अंदर अगर हम वेजिटेबल्स देखते हैं उगते हुए, तो वो फीमेल फ्लावर की ओवरी से ही डेवलप होता है. क्लियर? सो इट इज़ मोनोसियस एंड डायोसियस कंडीशन. एंड नेक्स्ट, unisexual and bisexual for plants and animals. Some terms, this terminology is important, so remember this point. Unisexual, and then unisexual term is used for heterothallic also, because male and female reproductive structures are present on different plants, different plant body. Heterothallic, unisexual condition. If flowering plants, we can say that male flower is known as staminate flower, and female flower which is known as pistillate flower, in which only pistil is present, and staminate flower is only have stamen. देखो ये फ्लावर है, इसमें केवल ओनली क्या कहें हम, स्टेमन प्रेजेंट है. स्टेमन मीन्स मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन. द ग्रुप ऑफ स्टेमन इज known as androsium. Clear? Androsium. And stamen produces only pollen grain. So it is male flower. And female flower have only carpel or pistil, so it is known as pistillate. So pollination takes place on this female flower, and after pollination the female flower converts into fruit, because all parts are detached after pollination, calyx, corolla, androsium. So calyx, corolla are detached, these are not related to sexual reproduction, but only ovary part of carpel or pistil converts into fruit. Ovule is converted into seed, and embryo sac in which egg cell is present converts into embryo after zygote formation. So these are unisexual. In animals, bisexual animals and unisexual animals, both type of animals are present. Most of animals are unisexual because male and female both are separated from each other. They produces male and female gametes separately, like as insects, like as amphibians, like as reptiles, aves, all mammals including human being. We are unisexual because we have sexual dimorphism, in which we are identified, in which we can say that male and female are identified by their characters. They are separate from each other and they have some special properties, and they can produce independently gametes. So insects, frogs, they are unisexual animals, but some animals are bisexual. Which animals? Like as earthworm, like as tapeworm, like as leech, that means joke, blood sucking animal, leech, and sponges, hydra, they have male and female both type of reproductive organs. So they produce gametes not independently. They have both type of reproductive organs, so they produce both type of gametes in similar body or similar individual organism body. So we can say that two types of animals, there are unisexual animals and some animals are bisexual animals. Clear? So next point, it is a bisexual flower. It is a beautiful flower, bisexual flower, in which this is a lower stalk like structure, pedicel. It is thalamus on which all holes of a flower are attached, and these are calyx. The unit of calyx is known as sepal, and this is part of corolla. It is corolla, and the unit of corolla, one corolla member is known as petal. Petals are colorful, different. They have different colors for insect or bird attraction, or in some plants petals are colorless also, white or other. They are normally in insect pollinated plants or in bird pollinated plants they are colorful. Clear, students? So petals are colorful in some plants, and they help in attraction of birds and animals, other animals, and these are petals. Another point, third hole is known as stamen. So stamen and pistil both are present. stamen and pistil. Stamen is male reproductive organ in which two main parts are present. Upper swollen fertile part is known as anther and the lower filamentous part is known as filament, and both are connected with each other by connective. Clear? So connective is present between anther and filament. Anther produces pollen grains. Okay, and this is middle structure in which female gametes are developed. It is called as pistil. Pistil is divided into three parts: stigma, style and ovary. Stigma is the upper part of pistil which provides platform to pollen grains, and the style is the tubular middle part, and the lowermost swollen part is known as ovary. It is known as ovary. So it is very important part in which single or multiple ovules are present, like single ovule, single seeded animals, single seeded fruits, mango, and multiple seeded fruits like as papaya, watermelon. So these are ovules which convert into seeds after fertilization. These are present in this ovary part, and in each ovule embryo sac is present in which egg cell is present. Egg cell fertilized by male gametes after formation of pollen tube. So this is inner part in which ovule, suppose that single ovule is present. This is ovule, and then pollen tube enter into this ovule. After pollination, so ovule, embryo sac, we can say that embryo sac is present in inside ovule. So it is a bisexual flower. Bisexual flower, like example China rose, mustard, salvia, they have bisexual organs or bisexual. These are bisexual flowers. Okay. Cell division during gamete formation. Next topic related to this chapter is cell division during gamete formation. So you know, mitotic and meiotic, two type of cell division are present in plants. Mitotic cell division or meiotic cell division, both are present, but meiotic cell division present during gamete formation, and mitotic cell division takes place during vegetative reproduction, like in flowering plants. Asexual reproduction is also present, vegetative reproduction is also present. So basically during sexual reproduction, if the main body is diploid, then meiotic cell division or meiosis takes place during the process of gametogenesis. What I am saying, during gametogenesis, meiosis cell division takes place. In meiosis, diploid cell forms two cells which have haploid number of chromosome through meiosis first, and again meiosis second occurs. After meiosis second, 4 gametes are developed in which haploid number of chromosomes are present. So generally all diploid organisms have diploid gamete mother cell. So this diploid gamete mother cell forms haploid gametes through meiosis cell division. It is very necessary. क्यों इम्पोर्टेंट है ये? मान लो सपोज दैट ओवम जो है वो अगर हैप्लॉइड ना हो, ओवम एंड स्पर्म, गैमेट फॉर्मेशन के टाइम ह्यूमन में मियोसिस होता है स्पर्म बनते टाइम और ओवम बनते टाइम. अगर ये हैप्लॉइड ना हो तो क्या होगा? अगर मियोसिस नहीं हुआ सपोज दैट, तो क्या होगा? अगर ये नहीं हुआ तो इसमें 2n और इसमें भी 2n न्यूक्लियस बनेंगे, और आफ्टर फ्यूजन ऑफ मेल एंड फीमेल गैमेट्स zygote is formed in which 4n nucleus is formed. और 4n न्यूक्लियस से मान लो 4n zygote से जब मल्टीपल एम्ब्रियो बनेगा, मल्टीपल सेलुलर मल्टी सेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म या मल्टी सेलुलर ह्यूमन बीइंग की एम्ब्रियो का डेवलपमेंट होगा, तो वो क्या हो जाएगा? एबनॉर्मल. यानी क्या हमारी सेल में हर एक सेल में डिप्लॉइड नंबर 46 होना चाहिए था, लेकिन अगर वो 4n हो जाए तो हमारी हर एक सेल जो है वो एबनॉर्मल हो जाएगी। दैट मीन्स नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम का बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल होता है, वो फिक्स होता है हर ऑर्गेनिज्म में और वो फिक्स होना ही चाहिए। इसके लिए गैमेट फॉर्मेशन के टाइम गैमेट्स हैप्लॉइड बनते हैं ताकि उनके फ्यूज़न के बाद, उनके फर्टिलाइजेशन के बाद वो डिप्लॉइड स्ट्रक्चर बना सके, ज़ाइगोट बना सके और उनके अंदर ज़ाइगोट जो है वो एम्ब्रियो में डेवलप होगा तो एम्ब्रियो में सारी की सारी सेल्स डिप्लॉइड होंगी, एम्ब्रियो नॉर्मल होगा। अगर एम्ब्रियो नॉर्मल नहीं हुआ तो फिर उसमें एबनॉर्मल कैरेक्टर्स आने लग जाएंगे, उसकी लाइफ स्पॉइल हो जाएगी, आगे वो डेड भी हो सकता है, लाइक एज इन डाउन सिंड्रोम, इन टर्नर सिंड्रोम, इन क्लाइनफेल्डर सिंड्रोम। These are some genetic disorders. We will discuss in next principles of inheritance chapter. So these are some genetic problems related to number of chromosomes. These are very harmful diseases. Clear, students? So number of chromosome is very important for all organisms, for survival of organisms, for normal characters of all organisms. So it is necessary that diploid number, chromosome number having organisms form gametes after meiotic cell division. But if the main body is haploid, अगर मेन प्लांट बॉडी हैप्लॉइड हो जैसे कि एल्गी में होती है, एल्गी में गैमेटोफाइट जनरेशन मेन होती है और जो डिप्लॉइड स्पोरोफाइट जनरेशन है वो बाद में बनती है। गैमेटोफाइट जनरेशन हैप्लॉइड एंड स्पोरोफाइट जनरेशन डिप्लॉइड, दो जनरेशन होती है। अगर हैप्लॉइड जनरेशन से अगर गैमेट्स बनने हों ताकि उनका फ्यूजन हो सके आगे, तो हैप्लॉइड से हाफ तो नहीं हो सकता ना, और हैप्लॉइड की से 1/4 थोड़ी होगा क्रोमोसोम नंबर, n/2 थोड़ी हो जाएगा। तो अगर बॉडी ही हैप्लॉइड है, सपोज दैट n क्रोमोसोम नंबर है और इससे अगर हम कहें कि नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम n/2 थोड़ी होंगे, नहीं हो सकते ना, n/2 नहीं हो सकते। तो नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम हमेशा नॉर्मली इनमें रहने के लिए इनमें कौन सा सेल डिवीजन होता है, माइटोसिस सेल डिवीजन। ड्यूरिंग माइटोटिक सेल डिवीजन occurs during gametogenesis in those plants which have some only haploid cells or haploid body or main body is haploid, then they show mitotic cell division during gamete formation. Okay students, this point is clear. Okay, next, this is the Markensia plant. Markensia plant have male and female plant body separately. We can say that male plant produces male gamete and female plant produces female gametes separately. So these are heterothelic, and during gamete formation they show cell division. They have some special structures, antheridia or antheridio4 having antheridia in which anthrozoids, male gametes are anthrozoids are developed. Antheridium, it is antheridium. In antheridium, anthrozoids, male gametes are known as anthrozoids are developed. So it is best example Markensia male plant. Clear? Or Markensia in which anthrozoids are present, and in female plant of Markensia the archegonia or archegonio4 are present, on which archegonia is present. So it is also known as archegonia or oogonia. Archegonia or oogonia. In archegonia, ovum or egg are developed, and anthrozoids and egg are fused during fertilization. Clear? So during fertilization gamete are fused and they form diploid structure, and diploid structure converts into next stage of these plants. Next, related to bisexual and unisexual animals. Like bisexual animals, earthworm, in which male and female both type of reproductive organs are present in same body. We can explain this point by this diagram. Male and female sexual organs are present on same body. Like testes, eh, it is male reproductive organ, testes, and these are ovary. These are ovary, female reproductive organ. Male reproductive organs produces sperm, and female reproductive organs produces egg. So sperms and eggs both are formed on in same body, same individual body, like in earthworm, in tapeworm, in hydra, in sponges. These are bisexual animals. They have both type of sexual organs, both type of male and female sexual organs. Clear, students? So this is best example related to NCERT book. And cockroach or insects, these are unisexual. Mammals are unisexual. Reptiles are unisexual, birds, fishes, amphibians, these are all unisexual animals. Okay, Ascaris invertebrate is also unisexual. It is included in your practical syllabus. So Ascaris is divided into two members, male member and female member, and they have different body, and they produce different type of gametes, male and female gametes separately. Like in cockroach male and female cockroaches are different from each other, and they are separate from each other. And in this diagram you can see it is female cockroach. Internal structure of female cockroach, these are ovaries. These are two ovaries and ovarioles, in which eggs are developed in chain. In ovaries, eggs are formed, and these eggs are released in oviduct and then common oviduct, and sperms are released in spermatheca. So the internal fertilization takes place in these cockroaches, and cockroach is best example related to unisexual animal according to NCERT. But another examples are very important also, like as in human beings, mammals, all birds, these are unisexual. Clear, students? So these are the two diagrams related to unisexual and bisexual. Two points are also involved in this topic. These are menstrual cycle and oestrus cycle. What is menstrual cycle? Menstrual cycle is a cyclic process or series of changes in reproductive organ of female in primates, like in monkeys, in humans, in apes. These are primates. Their order is primata. These are primates. Like in human beings, in female members, in reproductive phase, the reproductive organs show some cyclic changes. Like in ovaries, in uterus, some cyclic changes take place, and the cyclic process is known as menstrual cycle, which take place after some time duration. Like in human beings, in female members, after 28 to 30 days, this cycle is repeated again and again. It is related to reproductive phase, and gametes are developed during this process also. Ovulation takes place in this process also. Ovum is released from ovary for fertilization. So these points are involved in your third chapter, human reproduction. First, only definitions are included in this chapter. So menstrual cycle is related to some primates, like mammals are divided into two or categories, primata and non-primata. Primates are human, monkeys, and non-primates other mammals like as rat, dog, sheep, buffalo, cow, tiger. All other animals are included in non-primates because they show different type of uh, reproductive cycle during their reproductive phase only. So this type of cycle is known as oestrus cycle, and primata which have specific type of cycle known as a menstrual cycle. Okay, so these are some other definitions related to this topic. Okay students, in next lecture we will discuss about next topics. Okay, and thank you, have a nice